You are now plugged into the Social Plug Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? I am Johnny Martinez, and you are plugged into the Social Plug Podcast, where we connect you to level up and where we discuss ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And we're doing extraordinary things today at the Greenleaf Studio at Greenleaf Health and Wellness in New Braunfels, Texas. We are live as promised. We got some very special guests, and before I introduce these two individuals here, J-Rock, what is going on?
What's up, bro? Bro, you are excited. You're going freaking fast over there. You all right, man?
Am I fast?
Jeez, yeah. You're like,
Red Bull, Red
You
Bull.
want me to slow it down?
Slow
it down just like this.
No,
Slow
man, I'm
down
excited
a little
about
You are
today,
plugged
man.
in.
I had to have an energy drink. I had some torchy tacos, so I think I'm ready to go for today, man.
How are those torchy tacos, man?
They're pretty good. Richie doesn't like them. Rich Sauce, by the way. We did a podcast the other day. He was making fun of all the food that I like and dislike. But anyway, Torchy's took him to Torchy's, and he said he wasn't impressed. So, but I love him, and I like Torchy's. So the Matador is my favorite taco.
Dude, I just had some chicken fajita. Thank you for bringing that over.
You're welcome.
I was hungry as hell, man.
I'm hungry.
So before we introduce our special guest, man, today's podcast is sponsored by Top Flight Realty Group. They're a group of realtors in New Braunfels and in San Antonio. They're a dynamic duo. It's Jessica Martinez and myself, and you can find us at topflightrealtygroup.com. And without further ado, let me introduce our special guests. So we got Michael Anthony and Joey Jimenez. Look at that guy right there. Look at these two mugs, man. So these guys are musicians, and they're not just musicians. They are freaking badass musicians, man. I've seen you guys play, especially Michael Anthony. I saw you play over in Green before. First time I saw you, man, you were playing some old school stuff. I don't remember if it was Freddie Fender or you had maybe some Folsom County blues. I think you played that.
We pretty much play it all. Whatever they ask for. Even if we don't know it, we'll still play it.
Yeah, so you're a music influencer as well, man.
That's a musician right there, damn it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You play any Frank Sinatra or anything like that?
We've done Frank Sinatra. We've done I Had to Meet You Here Today. We've done all that stuff. It had nothing to do with country. They asked for it, we do it.
Dude, you're also an Air Force veteran.
Yes, sir. I'm actually considered a disabled vet from a brain injury I got.
Disabled vet. All right,
Yeah,
so
that explains all my craziness and weirdness.
I was about to say that.
I was gonna say
let
that
you
too.
say that first.
maybe you were dropped on your head a couple of times.
or
Who
more.
knows? Maybe as a kid or maybe as an adult. But you know what?
Live kamikaze.
Hey, but that's why I wanted to have you on,
Joey
man.
said.
So let me give you a little background here. So we saw the Cat Williams interview.
I love Cat Williams.
All right. So I said, man, we need to get somebody like Cat Williams on our show. And I go through your social media, and I'm like, this is it. This is the Cat Williams of South Texas.
Yeah, this SOB
Right here.
don't shut up, right? You see it all day long.
Dude.
I will say what I want to say, regardless of what the consequences may be or repercussions.
So here's a disclaimer. Michael Anthony says whatever the hell he wants to say.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right? So do I need to give that disclaimer? The decisions and the ideas of Michael Anthony do not necessarily reflect the Social Plug
Opinions.
We're
Podcast,
putting that
or
out
do
there.
I just go away with
I
that?
don't know, bro.
He's a
I don't
walking
know.
censor.
Hey,
Well, you should at least give a trigger warning.
There we go.
You know?
Yeah, so yeah, be careful, everybody out
Yeah.
there. I think Johnny, we're way past that, Johnny. He's here.
Yeah, he's here, man.
It's too late.
Yeah, I love it.
And so
man.
this is going to be
Screw it
off the
up.
cuff conversation, man. Like we're having some drinks. I just don't have the whiskey. But
well,
I don't.
I pretty much stopped drinking, right?
Yeah.
I've done it multiple times before in the past. More for me, it's a cleansing right now. You get my mind straight. I go through a lot of issues daily as an individual. So, and drinking, of course, tends to affect or intensify any issues you're having. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of laying off of that for right now.
So when you drink, what happens, man? You turn like the Incredible Hulk, or
No, I don't. I'm a happy drunk. I'm the happiest drunk in the world. Ask my wife.
He ain't a David Hasselhoff type of drunk.
No,
No.
I'm a happy drunk. I love everybody. I want to hug and kiss and lick everybody.
Oh,
You know?
just don't be licking no men, man, and you'll be all right.
Oh, no, this ain't a P. Diddy show, is he?
No.
Oh, my God. I'm a little worried now.
This ain't a P. Diddy show.
No, hell no, man.
So how long has it been since you drink or haven't drank?
Oh, well, the other day I had he bought me what'd you buy me? what was it? A rum and coke? I don't know what it was. So I had one, and then I had the second one. He drank the rest of it because I wasn't feeling it. I don't feel it, the need to drink anymore. Most of the time I did drink because I have major stage fright. When I get in front of people, it really freaks the F out of me out. Yeah. I can't stand it. Ask him. He's seen me a couple of times when it takes over. And
got to give him a couple shots here and there.
I want off. Get me off the stage.
Just like an anxiety type thing, like being on stage?
I don't know what it is, man. It just attacks me in every shape,
I would say
form, or fashion.
sometimes musicians do get into that how do you say, self-absorption, where issues and, and them having to perform, stuff like that, and then coping with it on stage at the same time. It's like you're still coping with your problems on stage.
Yeah, everybody's
so it
staring.
it kind of shuts you down. And, well, I would say a couple shots of that, heal you
Well,
up.
that's why I would drink, so I wouldn't run into that issue, man. If the God's honest truth, if I never got on stage again, I could care less. You know what I mean?
How long you been performing?
My whole life. Now, professionally, when I say professionally, where I had to utilize the funds that come from music playing to pay the bills, 15 years.
Wow.
Dedication, man.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been through it all. Everybody, everybody says I'm a flash in the pan. No, dude, I got 15 years under my belt just with this project alone. I've got thousands of shows I played.
So you were Broken DuckFeet.
Originally, the band was called the reason. It's funny you brought that up because Broken DuckFeet is the reason why the original band broke up. They didn't like the name. They thought it was silly. They thought it was insulting, embarrassing, whatever you want to call it.
Insulting to who? To ducks?
I don't know. Exactly. You know what I mean? Just insulting to the character of who we were. You know. But I said, no, we're not going to get rid of it. People like it. Everyone liked it. They thought it was cute, unique. And,
it's catchy.
Yeah. So we ran with it. And so it wasn't until I kept coming in so much opposition from radio and promoters and this and that. So they didn't take us seriously because of our name. Oh, y'all just a joke, Another Hootie and the Blowfish. I said, wait a minute, Hootie and Blowfish sold millions of records.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how we had the reputation of, we're just a joke. I use auto-tune, which I don't. I use backtracks, and it's not my voice coming out, which I don't. All my musicians aren't really playing; they're all fake tracks and back. That's a lie. I mean, it never ended. 15 years I've been through it. You've seen some of it. You've seen some of the stuff I had to put up with. But so I went to a new guy, a sponsor. Actually, without saying the name, it's a very, very popular restaurant chain. And he said, let's try one more time. Because I was about my wits end. I said, I'm done with this music thing. It's a joke anyway, you know what I mean? And he said, let me put some money behind it. Let's do it right. So we did that. We did this. And I told him, look, it ain't about the money. Either they're going to buy you or they're not, And, dude, we threw money at it. And everyone lied, cheated, and stole, just like they always do in the music business.
Just to draw you out, to pull you out.
Yeah, they just want your money.
That's it.
They just want your money.
It's a dirty
Everyone out
business,
there-
man.
Huh?
Right.
It's a dirty fucking business.
It's the most dirtiest business. It's dirtier than drugs.
I mean, just having radio play, wow.
Yeah.
How hard is it to get radio play? I mean, you gotta
How
kiss
much?
someone's ass, or you gotta
how
pay
much,
somebody.
How much pee-pee you want to suck? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you gotta
mean,
pay, dude.
that's bottom line. Is what it is, man.
See
Anyone
the
out
Cat
there-
Williams? There you go.
Let me tell you something real quick. There are some people out there who are well deserved of their recognition and their stance right now in the music business. But 95% of them, give me a freaking break, man. How many knees were they on?
Yeah.
Before they got there. How much money did they have to really pour into this song that sucked? Big time donkey, you know what? Yet it's on the radio. Why?
I hear a lot of shitty songs on the radio today.
There's tons of, because they paid the money.
I gotta say though, man, like growing up, there was a radio jockey that really did try to put a lot of artists out there, no matter how it was. And
Who was
that? Johnny Ramirez.
Johnny
Oh, yeah,
Ramirez in the
that's
morning.
true.
That guy
That's
right
true.
there has always been a heart, dude. He's always pushed musicians out there, and if he can give them radio play, he can give them radio play, But usually, like he's under a political guide in his world too, So.
That was Johnny Canales in the morning, not Johnny
No,
Ramirez.
Johnny Ramirez.
No,
I'm talking
Ramirez is a
about-
different
you-
guy.
you're talking about Johnny
Canales is
Canales.
crazy, another crazy
Yeah,
guy.
that's another crazy guy.
What's Johnny Canales saying? Take it
Take
away.
it away.
Yeah, take it away. That's a Tejano world. It's a little bit different.
Yeah. No, actually, because he promotes country too. You know?
I know, but it's not. It's not dominant.
No, not as
if we're looking at the country world. I'm in the country world. I'm not in the rock and roll. I'm not the Tana world. I'm in the country world. The country world is really simple. Right now, you got to throw a lot of money at it, and there's no guarantees. You know, some of these people are throwing $30,000. Some of these unknown artists that we all know, are throwing $25,000, $30,000 on a single release, and with a 99.999999% chance, they're throwing that money away.
Yeah, it's a bad investment.
They get talked into it. I've never been talked into it. You know, that's why we never did it. When this guy came over and said, "I'll throw my money," I said, "It's your money. I'm telling you right now, it's a dead freaking cause. Why are you doing it?" Because I believe in you. I believe everyone. I hear it all the time. You hear, I believe your songs are so great. I said, I get it. I get that. I believe in other artists too, but they're not getting anywhere. Why? Because all the money in the world ain't gonna happen unless you did something behind the closed doors. Like Cat Williams said, man, I gotta protect my butthole. Something's going on behind closed doors to make these guys happen, dude. Something is. And I'm not willing to do any of that shit.
So what is $25,000 going to get you? Who do you pay that
It's gonna
money
get
to?
you
To these promoters?
5 spins.
Radio guys?
It's gonna get you 5 spins on the radio at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
It's gonna get you a
Nobody's
couple of Spotify mentions.
Maybe on QVC?
It's a joke, dude.
Between
I'm sorry.
selling Tupperware and Michael Bolton's greatest hits?
Man, it's a joke. It's a joke, dude. And I feel bad, not just for, I could care less anymore. I'm over all that. I feel bad for all these artists that I know that are just badass, pouring their heart and soul out there, and they're still playing $100 stages.
And that's where I got to come in and say that even on social media, getting shut down on, he gets shut down on his on his social media platform and whatnot, but it's because he takes a stance. But he doesn't just take a stand for himself. He takes a stand for all musicians.
For everybody.
Out there.
Yeah.
He mentions Tejano, he mentions country, and he says, like, everybody, dude, y'all selling yourselves short. Y'all are the ones creating the entertainment. You know, this is how it's supposed to be, you know? And at the same time, it's like, wow. As soon as he says something, they want to attack his page, man.
Oh, they kill me.
So that shit's happening today, man. Censorship.
Big
Whenever
time.
somebody stands for something, they get negated. Oh, he's crazy. He's delusional. He's
Big
just
time,
talking
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Those kind of things.
Yeah, I've even read that one. Was it?
I do talk a lot of
you're
shit,
having
though.
a nervous breakdown. He's having a breakdown. Like, no, he's not. He's telling you
I'm
the
not.
truth.
I'm calm, cool, and collected when I talk about my points, you know. But he's right. I try to tell people that the problem is really not the industry. The problem is we allow the industry to be that way towards us.
To dictate you.
When you go play Green Hall on a dirt floor out there because they won't let you have the stage because you ain't famous enough to be on a damn stage.
And the stage is empty.
You allowed that. You allowed that disrespect. Oh, but I played Green Hall. You didn't. I'd take that dirt stage, man. I call it a dirt stage. Either you're going to put me on the stage and you respect me, or you're not going to put me on stage and disrespect me by putting me on a freaking floor.
Yeah, they might as well put you outside.
Yeah, I'm not even angry for me. I've never been on the floor because I don't choose to do that. But all these people that I see on the floor, I'm like, man, that guy's better than that. Put him on the stage.
So why wouldn't they put them on the stage though? Is there a certain reason? Like
Because they ain't famous.
maybe they're set up.
They ain't famous. They don't deserve it.
But if you're performing at Green and you're in front of the stage, you're still seeing the back of like as if you were on stage. So
But they won't put you in front of the stage. They put you they face you towards the stage behind the bar.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
So they set you up on a whole totally different setup.
You're so far away from the stage. You don't deserve that stage.
And when you go
brother.
to Green Hall, you want to play on the iconic stage.
You want to be on the stage.
You're not truly playing at Green Hall unless you're on that damn stage.
Yeah.
Unless
Now
that's just the
you
way
can
it
still
is.
have a good crowd because Green Hall's still gonna have a good crowd. On a good day, Green Hall's gonna be there regardless. I don't care how shitty or great the band is. If it's a good day, Green Hall's gonna be packed because it's Green Hall.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's got a name brand. It's a brand. But the fact that this great artist is playing the floor and not the stage when the stage is empty to begin with, why is that?
Is it maybe it's some kind of internal policy or what we don't know, or
I would like to know.
Like you're saying,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's something
Yeah.
deeper in the weeds. I mean, we just don't know.
I'm gonna wait for the. Okay, it's back. Oh, I'm curious. Like, is this like a like? Are they because they're not like the high caliber of a band yet? On why they get placed like that?
So,
We
because
can only assume that it's they're paying homage or respect to those who've made it by not allowing you to have that share the same stage.
Like you're not equals with those guys. That
Yeah,
are,
How long have they been doing this?
It's
I would
always
say
been
a
that
long
way.
time.
So, but when I went to go watch the Kids of Rock, they were on the main stage.
Were
Like,
they selling tickets?
They were.
yes.
Well, the tickets are what paid for them to be on that main stage.
If there's money coming in,
Yeah.
a little different.
If you can pack the place, if you can pack the place, money talks.
So, have you seen anybody that doesn't play on the main stage that still packs the place behind the bar?
I've seen some pretty packed places in there that they were on the dirt floor, the wooden floor, the dirt, dirty floor.
Because so in my perspective of that is like for me with wrestling, like when you're at a certain level, you don't get on the main roster. You're placed on a roster that you can perform at, that you're gonna see if you're worth investing in. Y'all probably, I'm just being the advocate in this way. I'm just being the other side if I could. So like if that guy, if we're younger or like a younger crowd, I mean not young crowd, not so much experienced artist, don't you kind of want to do that so that way it kind of sells more to the venue?
Actually, you lose a lot of the venue, dude. You lose a lot of the marketing period if you have a slow day. But yeah, you can have somebody who actually is badass up there, having people come in. It's just like when we perform in Green sometimes. We have nobody there when we start. By the end of the day,
zero.
man, it's full.
In Green, at there specifically?
No, not Green Hall.
Just anywhere.
We'll play down the street.
Gotcha.
Matter of fact, we've been told, a couple of people told that they're trying to shut us down because we play right down the street from them, right on the same, right there on Hunter Road. Because we're taking audience away. It's Green Hall. We're not taking nobody from you, but we'll take a show where there's nobody there. We don't sell tickets. There's no tickets there.
Yeah.
And within an hour, we'll pack the place. Mm-hmm. And we're dragging them in there. There's nobody even know where we're there. We're literally dragging people from way over there to come
like the
to
example.
our show.
Hey, you over there!
We pack the place. we will pack the place. We'll make money there. Why do you not allow the stage to be shared by no-name acts? I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't see that as a reason. Because you say we don't allow people on the same promo wrestling-wise, right?
Yeah, and
but I guarantee you it's still going to be the same ring, right? Or do y'all have two different rings? We have the amateur ring and the professional ring.
So it's almost like this, and again, I'm just utilizing a wrestling perspective. It could be totally different, but it'd be a totally different arena. It'd be a totally different scene of everything because of the way things are displayed, almost in a way, and because it's the caliber of that talent.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like not being in the industry, I have no idea how it feels to not be on that stage. And I would think in my head, as being in the entertainment business and hearing so much about Green, yeah, you do want to fucking play on that stage when you get the chance, right? But I also see it more of a business as well, to where like if we let everybody on that stage, is it still historic? You know what I mean? So it's like that's why you're still in the building, but you're almost making your way up to play there. Now, if you ask me as well, there's a lot of wrestlers that I work with. If you didn't fucking sell tickets, I'm not putting you on the card.
I get the historical concept, man. But at the same time, it's also it goes deeper than that.
Okay.
Because
that's why I'm asking. Yeah, and that's why I'm curious. I'm just curious.
You gotta prove yourself. Some of these people.
I'm just curious. Yeah.
No, but
you
at
said
that
prove
point right there,
yourself,
prove yourself. Go ahead, Papa.
There's been some people there that are on the dirt wooden floor that have more than proven themselves.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go into names here, but they've more than proven themselves. Great act, great interaction. They're pros as far as I'm concerned, and I can say that because I've been doing this for a long time now.
Okay.
So what's the reason why you're punishing them by not allowing them to use the stage? Because they already packed the place.
And in Mike's example, sometimes it's because they just don't like him.
Well, a lot of people don't like me, and I'm okay with that.
With Mike, what you're saying?
Yeah,
okay.
Dude, like they get on.
Well, they don't like me because of what I say.
Because of what he says. We keep a show going, man. We entertain the crowd. We get the crowd involved.
Don't ever.
Bro, I'll tell you this, bro. You know what I respect the fuck about you, bro? When I was doing pro wrestling, I didn't know anything about you. Now, my brother knew all about you because he does the... Yeah. He was doing the dance halls, and you know my brother, right?
Yeah.
So he was in that realm. So I didn't know you, but when I got to meet you and you approached me about coming to do our show, I'm like, hell yeah, because who would even do that? There were so many people that messaged us. We messaged back sometimes, and they never contacted us again. To where I felt like you were out there and you're as much as I can get out there, I'm gonna be out there.
Yeah.
And everybody,
I was a major promoter there for a while.
and everybody knew about the Broken Duck Feet because, and Michael Anthony, because of how much you were out there, and that's what I loved about you, man. So it's kind of a little shocking to hear that as well.
Let me chime in on that too.
Go ahead.
I mean, from a 3-hour show, we put on a 7-hour show, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Just
go
to
extra.
just to keep the crowd pleased, and we're actually having a great time. He's the one that's pulling everything, all the stops. You know, it's like, are you down to keep it going? I'm like, yeah, we here.
We've done a lot of 7-hour shows, you know.
Just to have fun, just to have everybody happy.
Only just a break, just so I can run to the bathroom or he can run to the bathroom. We're not talking no 30 minutes. It's straight 7-hour shows, bro.
Straight show.
Singing the whole time, talking the whole time.
And what makes us actually getting to go that long is because we're having a great time doing it with y'all, you know, getting the crowd involved. We even pull people off of the what do you call it, off the seats, and hey, come sing something. Yeah, and we have some really good audience, dude.
We put on a show.
Yeah, we do put on a show.
Yeah. What gets me is if we run into a lot of musicians, like, well, I'm gonna hear as long as I do a great job on bass. Nah, they're not here to hear you play bass, bro. Let me see you go book a show and
Just
go play bass by yourself on the stage. Yeah. Who's gonna book you? Nobody. And if they do, they're gonna realize, we made the biggest mistake of all. They're there to hear and see a show, feel something. They want to feel something.
They want to be entertained, and you're an entertainer. You engage
that was what I was
with
about to say too. He's an entertainer.
You engage with the crowd. You know how to read the crowd. You know what hypes them up. You know what songs to play. You watch. If they're dancing, you keep on playing that type of music, and if not, you got to mix it up.
Oh, yeah.
And Joey tell you too. Sometimes we want to play the same songs, and he's like, "Man, I don't know this song. It doesn't matter. It's a different crowd."
Yeah, surprised the hell out of me. Like, wait a minute, man. Here we go.
So we're constantly changing. We don't have a set list. What's a set list? We got hundreds of songs, and maybe we'll play these, maybe we play those. It's going to depend on those people sitting there. Yeah, you know, I'm not going to dictate what we're going to play.
So how do you read this? How do you read the crowd? How do you start? Let's just go behind the scenes.
Well, we start with
you start like, what's your starting song?
If we do, we're gonna start some classic, fun type, upbeat type music. You know, man.
Hank Williams Jr. Something like that.
Well, no, not so much that. We're not the old style country. We'll throw some Hank in there every now and then. You know, but we'll do more stuff like Wagon Wheel, Take It Easy by the Eagles. More of a Southern rock type deal because
Doobie Brothers.
Yeah, well, we've done a couple Doobie Brothers too. Yeah. We'll do some Pat Green. Keep it upbeat for a minute, and then we'll slide in a little Neon Moon and maybe one of our originals, whatever. But we try to get the crowd in there with something lively. Once they sit down, they'll let you play whatever you want. Once they like you, you can play whatever you want. You can play, Tiptoe Through Tulips, and they'll laugh at their ass off that. Yeah. We've done Baby Shark. And the crowd loves it. Once it's your crowd, it's your crowd.
You got to win them over, man.
Yeah.
And
that's the whole key.
But you have a good following. People know your name, and they go out there because they know that you're going to be an engaging performer.
If people know we're going to play somewhere, we can bring a crowd. Now, the venue does a horrible job of not telling them that we're going to play there. It's hit and miss. You know? But enough people know me that if I'm playing somewhere, I'll get a decent crowd.
Mm-hmm. So do you do your own marketing, or does the venue help with that? I mean, do you have a marketing
here's a Cat Williams
strategy?
Uh-oh. Venues need to step up and really, really start marketing the bands that they just hired. I don't understand that. Here's the deal. I just hired, let's say, this guy to cut my yard.
Give me a second. Hold that thought. Start over with that, about the venue.
It's going to come back in a second. Give me a second here. Okay, go ahead. You were talking about the venue?
Oh, here's the deal with venues. They all across the board need to step up, because here's the deal. How do you invest money in an artist? What's the investment? Let's say the band's $500. Just a little mediocre $500. That's still $500 that you just invested. Don't you think you should invest some time and effort to make sure people show up so you can afford to offset that freaking that profit and loss liability right there? Mm-hmm. It's not saying it's a liability. It's a liability if no one shows up. It's a profit if everybody shows up, But you would think that the venue would have all stakes involved and say, we're going to push the heck out of Johnny. Johnny's going to come up and do a comedy show, so let's market him all week long. They don't do nothing. The day of your show, Johnny, I may say something about you as a venue. The day of your show.
Dude, I see a lot of venues and a lot of marketing that needs to be ramped up. because I don't know if they're just being too cheap and not hiring a marketing person or a marketing company or whatever, but I see it's lacking big time. And the artist is having to promote their own stuff.
Most definitely.
Actually, the better word for lacking is non-existent.
Or non-existent.
Yeah, pretty much. And I don't get it. Another thing I don't get is, and Joey will tell you this, I pull bigger crowds than the other bands at certain places I play at. Yet the other bands are being promoted. I don't get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Does that make sense?
No,
it doesn't. I mean, we have some places we go, and we have some DJs that we follow, and we get surprised on the things that would get promoted for them, and we're like, dude, and as much money as they bring too, it freaks me out, because as you know, being in the entertainment business, you wanna brag about who you got.
You gotta be that. You gotta be that. What's the guy? P.T. Barnum. You gotta be him. You gotta hand out flyers and let the circus run through town. Hey, the social plug-in is coming to town for a podcast. Everyone needs to know about it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's where I come into, man. And I'll go ahead and tell everybody. Go through the whole city. I go from bar to bar. Don't care.
But you would figure, in order to make money, you got to promote. You got to market.
You got to.
And weeks in advance. Whenever you book this artist or book this comedian, whatever, that's when you start your promotions. And you start doing little videos. Hey, guys, come on out to yada, yada, yada venue. We got Michael Anthony and Broken DuckFeet and Joey Jimenez, Flaco Jimenez's grand, whatever, however you want to do it. But you're letting people know that you're coming so they can plan accordingly.
Well in advance.
Well in advance.
Yeah.
So they can say, hey.
It ain't the day before either.
Yeah, you put that on your calendar and your little Rolodex, whatever, and you plan a Friday night out to go watch some live music.
Yeah. Because it's a different world. It's not like it was back 10 years ago. It's not nowhere close to that. Now a lot of people are stay-at-homers. So you've got to encourage them a long time before the show's coming up to make that decision. You know what? I'm gonna go see them. It's next month on the 15th. Let's go ahead and plan it. See, they've planned it now. Right. They're probably gonna show up. But if it's 2-3 days, I didn't know they were playing there.
They have other plans already.
Yeah, we can't do that. Yeah. People are now planning long term. They're not doing that fly by night shit like you and I used to do. Get drunk. Let's go to get drunk tonight. Let's go. Okay, let's go.
Off the cuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of that doesn't happen anymore, brother. It just doesn't. There's planning, there's effort. Money's tight, so you can't go to every show. Well, let's plan the show we're gonna go to.
Dude, hey, going out now is like $150, $200 minimum.
It's nuts.
Yeah, most definitely.
Beer, remember beer used to be $1.50 for a can of beer? Now it's like $6, $8.
Remember a bucket of beer? Sometimes you get $11, $12. Remember?
Yeah. It's like $22.50 now.
Yes, forget that. That's another reason why I quit drinking. That's just expensive.
Drive your ass to the poorhouse.
Yeah. But getting back to the whole music business, it doesn't have to be the way it is, but there is powers that be that constantly make money the way it is, and they're not going to change it, man. They're not going to change it. And us dumbass musicians, and I call myself one too. I'm a dumbass musician that takes that $100 gig. We're the problem.
Yep.
We're the problem.
And this happens a lot in business. Sometimes people, they don't really know their worth or know their value, and they just limit themselves.
So would you...
Out of desperation, man.
Would you say that you're still taking those $100 gigs now?
I'm not.
Okay.
Ask Joey.
So when do you say no to that? I mean, again, like...
He takes $100 gigs. I mean, I don't even get paid.
I mean, I can pull out my phone right now. I mean, I already set up like eight events for this year, and they're about $1,500. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the average. I mean, I wouldn't
for 2
be
hours,
afraid at all.
3 hours.
I wouldn't be afraid to show it.
No,
I gave this guy a deal today because he said I can't afford $1,500. I said I'll give you $1,000 then.
I'm just more of a curious of depending on where you're playing and how you take these gigs, $100 isn't shit, man. But when do you stop that?
You got to stop it
just
today.
You're trying to be in the business.
You got to stop it today. Or if I don't take those gigs, I'll never play again. Obviously, you're not worthy of playing then. If all you can make is $100 and you've been doing this for how many years, you're not worthy then, brother. You quit wasting time and
so
filling up that stage that I could be on there making money.
So that's not part of the industry. You don't do that.
That's part of the. Remember, I said the blame is always going to be on us, the musician.
Yeah.
Because the venue's going to pay whatever you allow them to pay you.
Gotcha.
And that's what they're always going to pay you,
They're
no
always
matter
going to
what.
pay you what you allow them to pay you. Oh well, you brought 5-piece band the other day for $250. Are we still good? Oh yeah, we're still good.
Everybody gets $50.
What the? No, I ain't gonna work for that. I tell everybody when they I do some stuff with Michael Landon. Remember another
Michael
artist?
Landon, yep.
I said, look, as long as you give me my $400, I don't care what you make, but that's my gig. If you want to come help me to help you for $400,
you know your worth.
mine's $400. He knows that mine's $400.
Just to breathe on the mic.
Yep.
If you want me up there, my pay is $400. What's the rest of the band paying? Anything over $400, I need at least my $400, and I'm still gonna take a cut over and above the $400 if it's a $2,000 gig.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, I know my worth.
Yeah, these
You know?
venues are making a shitload of money.
Man, they're killing it. Here's another thing. Getting back to venues making money. How come we can play? And Joey says, we can play a small little place about this big, right? About this room right here, right? And make $500, just me and him. But yeah, we go play a place that has 10,000 square feet, and they want to give us the same $500.
And they have a lot more people.
Yeah, 10,000 times more people with full bar drinks running. You know, some
Waitresses,
makers, you know, at
everything.
freaking $20. You know, and you want to give us the same $500. That's when we have a problem. You know, there's something wrong with the greediness of the whole business. You'll see these memes, right, where the club owner's saying, well, and they're sitting in front of stacks of money, right? Man, we had a good night. The only problem is now we got to pay the band. And there's like $20 million in front of them.
Yeah.
Like, why is the band, who, if you didn't have live music, a lot of these venues would be dead. Nobody would show up anymore, right? Because there's nothing else. There's no reason to go out there other than sit there and chat about freaking Biden and Trump. You know, no one's gonna do that.
You guys are the entertainers, man.
Yeah, yeah,
People
yeah.
don't show up just to go have a drink. They show up to listen to you
Imagine
guys.
Green Hall, no more live music.
Oh, it closed down.
It would close down.
All this have is just beer and wine. That's
Yeah.
it.
And I can go on and on with other venues.
Right.
They would shut down if it wasn't for live music. So why is live music artists treated so poorly? Well, for one, I'll go back again. We allow it.
Yeah. It's self-inflicted wounds, man.
Yeah, self-inflicted mood. I need you Thursday at 7 to 11 p.m. $150. Okay. And they all say okay.
So let me ask you this: back to Green Hall. It's iconic, historic, all this. If Green Hall asked you to come out, that's kind of a big deal. Oh, I made it. I can play Green Hall.
Yeah.
But we'll pay you $100, $200.
No, thank you.
But some are like, man, I'm playing at Green Hall.
They're all going to take it.
That's my way to get into the door, right?
99% of the artists are going to take it. They're going to take it. But I play Green Hall.
But the
okay?
mindset is, that's my way to get in.
Yeah. But
Somebody's
it's not.
It's illusion.
Dude, you know how many times I've been on TV performing? That's not a way to. It didn't make me famous. Or one would think, well, it's because you suck. Well, then great. I guess they only play sucky bands because, we've been asked so many times, it's pathetic. It doesn't make you famous. How much does it pay? Nothing. TV paid me nothing. Would I do it again? No.
So what kind of TV gigs did you get?
Man, we've been on all the morning shows, dude. Name them.
Yeah.
Out of San Antonio?
Yeah.
All
San
of them.
Antonio.
Austin, too.
SA Live, those
Tyler,
kind.
Fort Worth.
Mm-hmm.
You had to pay for that because that's part of your marketing,
No,
right?
you don't have to pay.
You don't have to pay?
No. But you don't make no money, and then you're there at 6:45 in the morning.
And they go live right from 9 to 9 to 10, but you have the last spot.
Stand by. Oh, good. Now play a little bit.
Right.
It's not gonna make you famous. It's not gonna make you famous. I'm sorry, it's not. I know tons, not just myself. I know tons of people been on TV a lot. They're still playing the same $100 gigs.
Craziness, man.
I don't do the exposure no more. I'll do it because I like you. You know what I mean? If I like you, man, I'll play for free. I even bring the beer.
Yeah,
because I like
we've
you.
Been to
I don't need the money. I'm not rich, but I don't need the money.
Gigs, and man, those are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So you work all kinds of
us
gigs.
and
You work
everything.
weddings. You work
Barbecue cook-offs,
Yeah, they
Super
feed us
Bowl
Super
kickoffs,
Bowls.
whatever.
I don't do holidays no more. I completely stopped that. I will not.
It's family time.
Like New Year's Eve is my birthday, so I used to play it every year. It's no, I'm gonna be home with my family. Christmas, holiday, October, what's that? Halloween.
yeah.
The list goes on. I'm gonna be home every. I don't give a shit if I ever get famous again. I've made my mind. I'm gonna be home with my family on holidays. Keep your damn cash. I don't need it.
Where's your favorite spot to play at?
To be honest with you, Wichita Reds in green.
Wichita Reds.
Because
maybe that's where I saw you.
Because they allow me to be whoever I want to be there, within reason. Don't get me wrong. The Wichita, the Green Hall, not the Green Hall, but the Green people, the council that control Green are very strict on what you can do and say over there. So I respect the owners there. The owners there are Brian and Kerry Murphy.
Yeah, shout out to y'all.
Shout out to New Braunfels. New Braunfels Machine Works here in New Braunfels, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
That's who owns that place. And they've always been good to me. They're good friends of mine. And
the whole Frito pie.
yeah, and they got great Frito pie. They got everything there. Anyway, I like playing there. I'm comfortable there. I can say what I want, be who I want, within reason. Don't get me wrong, I can't go off. I can't go full Michael Anthony, trust me. But that's my favorite place. And my second place right now too is a little hole in the wall, Evelyn's Mexican restaurant in New Berlin, Texas.
Man,
great freaking food. And
how far is that from here?
I don't know, 30 minutes, right?
About 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah. And it's great food. They treat you great. The owners are awesome. The staff's awesome. The customers are awesome. Mm-hmm. And I got no gripes there. None. Zero.
Almost definitely.
What's the shittiest place you played at?
Shittiest place I played at.
Of all time. I know you play all over the place.
There's been a few, man. I've been, I wouldn't say shittiest. When I get disrespected, I won't play there no more. Because I feel I'm out there trying to, to do something for you by bringing entertainment and try to, help you make some money and keep a crowd in there. So all I ask is that you respect me. That's all I ask.
What are you considering towards you though? Like, what do you want? What is a venue? What do you consider that to? What do they do to disrespect you?
I just want hospitality.
Okay.
I don't need nothing free. I don't need free drinks. I don't need it. But some being cordial and inviting. That's all I ask.
Treat you as a partner for that day while you're there.
We're partners tonight. Let's work something. Let's shake hands. And let's have a plan of action.
You're part of my team tonight.
I don't want to be I'm not your bus boy. And there's been places that treated me like bus boy. Stetson's, Stetson's bar in over there. Mm-hmm. We played there a couple times, and both times they treated me like a bus boy. I'm like,
is that in San Antonio?
Yeah, San Antonio.
There's places there was another place like that. There's this lady named Dahlia. She owns a couple bars. She hit on me hard time. My wife was there. And she was drunk as hell. And of course, I have no desire to reciprocate her
advances.
Anyway,
she was horny.
you understand what I'm saying? Anyway, I thought that, from my understanding, she does that a lot to people. And apparently some musicians take advantage of that opportunity. I had no inclination to want to do that. So I can't play there no more. I'm a shitty singer. According to her, she tells everybody I'm a shitty singer.
Because you turned it down.
Because I turned her down.
She's not used to that.
Yeah, it's Country Nights. Dahlia's Country Nights in San Antonio, Texas. And broadcast them. Let her know. I think she's pretty shitty for the way she...
Cat Williams here.
I don't give a
Hell
shit.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Calling out names, dropping dimes.
I said it many times before. I think I even posted, if I never play another gig again, so be it. That's the way God wants it for me. That's the way it's going to be for me. I'm not going to argue what God hasn't planned for me. I'm just not. And that's what makes me free. That's what governs me from being... feel like I'm under some kind of chains and ball and chains. Yeah. I love my life, dude. Even I've suffered with depression for years, right? Even with that being said, I can say I love my life. Depression is a whole different monster. No one knows what the hell it is. People take a lot of medicine to deal with it, but it doesn't go away. They're still dealing with it. You deal with depression for the rest of your life.
How do you cope with that?
How do I cope with it?
He calls
me. I have some weird ways of coping. One way of coping, I have my wife or even my daughter, I have them pull my hair as hard as they can to where it freaking hurts like it's going to pull out of my head. Trying to denounce my attention from that fucking depression that won't shut the hell up, And how bad is it? And mine's pretty bad. Mine's the worst of the worst. When you hear all those horror stories of, mine gets there always a lot. But my love for my family, my gratefulness for this great life I've had will always prevent me from doing something stupid. Always. Always, always, always. I just will not let it
You're
win.
living for them, and you got a bigger purpose
To
fulfill.
But that depression, I think it's just demons, dude. I think it's demons. I think they come around and then they attack you and they harbor in your brain and your soul and they live there. Can you get rid of them? Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Mine have been with me for a long time, and I've tried everything. I've tried the VA's give me so much medicine. None of it worked. Kind of worked. Maybe it does for a few days. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's all placebo. I don't know. I know I get maybe 2 or 3 hours sleep a night on a good night. On a good night. People say, "Oh, it's because you haven't made good with God." Man, I'm good with God. Trust me, man. I'm good with God. I've been over backwards to help people as much as I can. I've given money. I've given time. I've given effort. I'm not worried about that. There's just depression is a different thing. It's sometimes it's physical. I think with me it's physical. When I got my head hurt, I think it affected some things in my brain that make me not see things the way a normal person would. You know what I mean? But even with that being said, man, I'm very grateful for my life. I am so grateful. I tell all the time, man, I don't know why I got blessed with this beautiful wife, with beautiful kids, with a beautiful life. I mean, with great projects that worked really good for me in the past, business projects. Why do I deserve that? I don't know, because I don't think I do.
I appreciate you talking about these kind of things because a lot of people in life do not talk about these things. It's either taboo for them or it's off limits. They just like to cope in certain ways. But being able to talk about it, that's getting to the next level. Whether they can cure your depression or not, you cope with it, man. So that makes you stronger. And your willingness to live and succeed and to make an impact in the lives of others, despite all this shit that's going on in your head or in your life or whatever, that tells a lot about you and your character and your dedication to just making a damn difference.
I appreciate that. I mean, it's a lot of work. I mean, he's seen some of my bad stuff. It's a miracle this guy didn't hit me over the head with a 2x4 sometimes, man. When the depression starts taking control.
Are you like his service animal?
No, actually, I'm
trying
to be his
animal.
Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, trying to keep him.
You do the whole.
Keep it calm, keep it cool. Rubbing his shoulders, and then I'm like, all right, get in there, beat his ass. Nah.
I'm still playing. I think today, the reason I'm still playing, because right by the time me and him hooked up, I was pretty much done with it. I wasn't booking at all, like zero. I wouldn't call nobody. And I still haven't called anybody. Lucky enough, venues call us now, and I say yes or no. But if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be playing right now. Not anymore.
But why?
It wasn't fun. Wasn't fun no more.
Make things exciting.
There was too much pressure on too many different levels. He took away a lot of my pressure with a lot of different things. Just with the connection with the audience, even basic stuff like setting up. Because you got to remember, my depression is deep. It's 24/7. It doesn't leave me. So when I get little kinks in my life, the depression kind of slowly starts
sometimes
taking over a little bit.
I'll deal with the marketing. I'll deal with the fans. I'll deal with talking to everybody, and I just try to keep him settled.
So that's cool that you understand. You just know him so well. You just look at him and you can tell by his demeanor and probably the way his posture.
Yep.
How he's doing.
My thing is about uplifting each other, man.
Yep.
Help me, help you as you help me.
Yeah, because we all got issues.
We all got issues.
Yeah.
But once you start, thinking selflessly, just start helping each other out. Especially when you got so much talent, so much going on. And then me personally, I look at Michael and I know he's the shit. You know what I mean? Well, how can he express himself, if he's already tearing himself down trying to keep up with his own self? You know what I mean? Sometimes marketing and doing all the whole, trying to get the gigs going, everything. Well, obviously, you're taking away from the importance of his talent, So that's where I come in and I try to, just focus on your voice, focus on the music. Let me help you out, and that's where we come in and we make things fun, So.
That's awesome.
Well, man, that's invaluable to have somebody like Joey.
And Joey,
like
I got some questions for you, man. So you're related to Flaco Jimenez, correct?
Oh, most definitely. I got the goddamn hair for it. You want to go
Wait a
and send
minute.
it to DNA.
Who's Flaco Jimenez? Who's Flaco Jimenez?
Flaco Jimenez, man. Huge Tejano norteño singer.
Like in the 70s,
Los
80s.
Seven.
Oh, we got to take it back,
He's
man.
simply
We
the best of
passed
the
all
best,
that.
man.
Hell yeah, Los Seven, the Super Seven,
Yeah.
Yeah.
correct. And then also, what was it? The Tornadoes, Texas Tornadoes.
Well,
yes.
let me tell you,
Hey, baby, ¿qué pasó?
let me give you even more tidbits. You know, he
Okay.
recorded with the Rolling Stones too, right?
Did he? I
You
had
know, he
no
recorded
idea,
with Linda
man.
Ronstadt, right?
Dang.
Yep,
Dwight
a lot.
Yoakam. I can go on and on and
Y'all
on.
ever seen the show Caliente?
I haven't seen
Back
the show
in the day?
Caliente. Nuh-uh.
Was it the one with those ladies wearing the little dresses
Yeah,
and
he
stuff?
was on that show too.
That's
I remember
awesome.
A la Cama
yeah,
con
yeah.
Porcel. I remember that. I used to watch
Yeah.
that.
Hey.
I used to think it was
Ping
like
pong.
dirty.
So how is it that, I mean, do you feel you're able to do all this for Michael because of growing up in the business? Did you grow up in the business?
Actually, I didn't grow up in the business.
Okay.
My grandfather, he's been married for like over 50-some years to the love of his life. And I come from a different family, like
Okay.
my grandfather, he's always been a lover boy.
you
He's
go.
and when I say love, I mean he dedicates his heart, dude. From even the stories that my grandmother told me about, she's like, he's too much. Like, she couldn't, satisfy his love. Like, he was a really passionate, lovable guy. And my grandma was like, no, he needs to be a free man. And then he found his wife now that he's been married 50-something years. And I got to give props to that family, beautiful family.
That's what's up.
And getting to know them, getting to know my aunts, my uncles, and whatnot. I really haven't got to talk to a lot of them, but at the same time, when I see them, there's respect.
Respect. That's what's up. Man.
Stuff like that. They are, how you say, they do have a close-knit family, And, well, my grandmother, she was more of she was into aerodynamics. Okay. And when she followed the scene back in the day. And, well, after having, kids with my grandfather, man, she's the one who kept me into the music world.
That's awesome.
And I would say, like, growing up, I would pass out flyers, and, like, she was still helping my grandfather, even if he didn't know it. Like I said, she had a different vision for his life, and she was free to let him go, And that was her choice, My grandfather, man, he's a lover boy, dude. And like I said, man, look at the marriage that he's in now. Yeah, he been married with his wife for so many years now.
That's what's up, man.
So I'm coming into the music world, meeting Michael through my grandfather, and I play harmonica, and I'm in school with the accordion. And my teacher is my great uncle, my grandfather's brother, Santiago Jimenez.
Hell yeah. That's what's
So
up,
he's
man.
the one giving me them classes and stuff, so.
That's what's up. Yeah, just curious on that whole, man, my dad and family obviously grew up listening to all kinds of Hispanic Tejano music, and Flaco Jimenez was definitely one that was playing on the radio, man. So, yeah,
Well, I've
lots of
always
respect.
idolized my grandfather, man.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to play on stage with him, all that stuff. And like I said, I'm barely getting to know him, too, like, it's just one of those things. I just come out of the woodworks, like, whoa, who is this cabron right here? And he can play, like, so. It's just one of those things. It's all fresh to me too,
That's
so.
what's up, man.
What's funny with when I met his grandpa through another one of his sons, Gil. Remember, Gil, right? Well, first time I played with Flaco, 'cause we did some shows, was at Cadillac Bar in San Antonio. They're no longer there. So he was supposed to be the headliner, right? Flaco and his band. So we're sitting in the green room. We're sitting there getting drunk, man. Me, Flaco, I think what's his who's his the other accordion player? Was it Max Baca?
Max Baca.
Big, yeah.
Or
Anyway,
the other accordion player is Josh.
Josh. We're all in there getting drunk in the green room at Cadillac Bar, right?
Yeah, shout out to those Texas Maniacs.
Texas Maniacs. We got something going on with them?
Well, we'll find out one
okay.
day.
Anyway, so anyway, we're drinking our ass off. Me and Flaco, he's telling me stories about the Rolling Stones and the party, and he goes, Michael, I got a favor to ask you. He goes, what? Can I go play before you? Because I think I'm drunk. I might not make it. so Flaco ended up opening up for me, Michael Anthony. Isn't that funny?
Hell yeah, man.
So that's
what's
what.
up.
Till the day I die, I say, hey, Flaco Jimenez opened up for me,
That's right.
mofo. Anyway, not that And then we recorded songs together, me and Flacco. We never released them because I was told I couldn't because he was still on contract with whatever record label he was with. You know what I mean? And then years went by. We finally released the song. It's called My Budweiser is an Angel, which is a fun little song. It did good in Mexico. Why? Because Flacco's name was on it.
Yeah, My Budweiser is an angel.
Yeah,
You'll like that, I promise.
It did great. I mean, I made money, not a lot of money, but I tripped out like, whoa, you know.
Where can we find that song?
Just social,
YouTube,
anywhere,
Spotify,
Spotify. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even Facebook.
Texas wouldn't play it. I thought it was funny, man. I was getting tons of rotation in Mexico radio stations, right? But Texas wouldn't play it. Texas wouldn't play it. Texas won't play any of my stuff, man. I released Old Cowboys Like Me. They didn't play it. Stations outside of Texas played it. You know what I mean? I released a really cool Christmas song called Every Day's Like Christmas. Blew up online. East Coast played the crap out of it. I actually made money off of it. Texas didn't play it. I don't understand how Texas radio works, man. You would think they would bend over backwards to try to help their own.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm born and raised Texan. Yeah. I live here. You know what I mean? But no, they won't play me. You know what I mean? But other country.
Do you feel like there's like a community of that is resolved in like that's created in that?
There's an iron gate.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Made up of these certain individuals that if you're not rubbing elbows with those or buying them drinks or whatever the hell.
Like Hollywood? It's kind of like Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Yeah,
I mean,
so.
but Texas is just, when it comes to that circle, and I mean, oh, he's just saying that because he never made it. Dude, like I said, fuck you. If I never make it, fuck off.
Is there an Epstein Island in the music industry?
Is there what?
Is there an Epstein Island?
There's an Epstein Island in the music industry, man. I think there's a lot of that shit going on, dude. I think there's a lot of that shit going on, to tell you the truth, man. But I mean, you know, it's some, you know, I've made some good decisions in my life, and he'll tell you that, man. He's seen my lifestyle. I'm broke as hell. What does that mean? Well, I don't have $1 million anymore. You know what I mean? So to me, I'm broke as hell. But I'm not that broke. You know what I mean? So I don't need the money. So when someone tells me that you're gonna have to do it, you're gonna because it isn't that. No, dignity. I need dignity in our agreement. If we're both gonna, benefit from it, and we're both gonna be able to leave the table with dignity, with our heads up high, then it's something we can talk about.
It's a win-win, man.
Yeah, but if it's just one way or the other, I don't need it, man.
Yeah. And most times most times where we do get off of profit, man, it does go back to the audience because we don't sell shirts, stickers, all that stuff. We're just giving it away.
Yeah, we give it away like crazy.
Like just giving it away. Like, here you go, little duckies, whatever we can to make the crowd happy, dude, especially the kids, man. Like them kids, they go to dance and you just see them like there. We start giving them shirts, we start giving them things, and then it makes the parents happy, So, like I said, most of the profits always going back to the community.
Yeah, because we're still going to keep the Broken DuckFeet logo because it's a very fun logo. Mm-hmm. That's why it's under Broken DuckFeet Productions now. The kids love the logo. I mean, you give them a Broken DuckFeet sticker, oh my God, it's like you just gave them.
And it is a cool sticker, man.
Yeah,
Are you there signing autographs for them and everything?
Sometimes we do.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends. But we're trying to give back as much as we can. Well, there's been times he'll tell you. There's been times. And I've done it multiple times. If it's a bad show, and you and I are friends, you're the owner of this venue, and you hired me, and we're friends, what does this friend do? Hey, bro, it's on the house, man.
So you've had to do that several times? Or
it's not a matter of have to. They're going to pay me. I won't allow it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a big difference between a venue not wanting to pay you or a venue wanting to pay you and you won't accept it. There's many times I don't accept. I'll go to these guys first. Hey, I'm not gonna accept payment, man, because this is not a good show, man. We got a lot of money coming out as payment towards the band, and there's not a big show here. There's not enough profit here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll ask them, you okay if I dismiss the payment or only take half the payment?
They look at you like freaking weird,
they think I'm
right?
Crazy.
They're like, what the hell?
I'm totally
and they're trying to force me to take the money, right?
Because you sign a contract, don't you?
Yeah, well, pretty much. It's a verbal agreement in most cases.
Too, so.
But yeah, they'll try to force me to take the money. I say, no. I'm not. I can't do that. I cannot walk out of this place knowing you gave me all that money, and I didn't bring anything to the table.
Right.
To me, to the table is I got to bring butts and seats. Now, is it my responsibility? Clearly not. It's the venue's responsibility. It's always your household responsibility to make sure you have what you need for your household.
Right.
I don't own that house. The venue does.
Right.
Venues should make sure they need to do what they need to do to make sure their venue is staffed and their customers are coming to their shop. But I still feel obligated in the loss or the profit of a venue.
So that tells
that
a
I
lot
respect.
about you as well, just as a business mind. You're thinking about the big picture,
I
not
think
just
down,
not
thinking
just
down
you
the road.
playing,
I don't care about
playing
200
some
yeah.
music.
Yeah, I think down the road, man. There's so many. I mean, I did a celebrity wedding. I said celebrity wedding, but you got your news anchors. You know,
No,
I've done several news anchor celebrity weddings. The first one I did, it was a $3,500 wedding. I didn't accept payment. When he tried to give me a check, I give the check back. No, we had a great time. Everybody's good. I'll take care of my guys, and I paid my guys $200 each. You know, and everybody was cool. Well, what did that lead to? Well, it led to a crap load of additional parties.
Yeah.
From the same circle of people in the news anchor business.
So,
You know what I mean?
yeah, so the sacrifice was, how you say, it humbles us, man.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't understand. They need to learn to sacrifice. And sacrifice doesn't mean, I'm going to go play Green Hall for $100 because that's all they're going to pay you. No, that's not a sacrifice. They're using you. There's a difference between being used and having a
sincere person you're playing for, like.
a sincere relationship of give and take. You know, and you got to be able to do give and take.
I
in
love
this
that,
business,
man.
You know,
I love that.
it has to be sincere, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be sincere. I'd say that many times, I will play for free for you as long as you treat me right and respect me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we can have that same, I'll have the best time in my world at a free show. You know, now I got to pay my guys, so naturally I can't say free all the time because anytime I say free, I'm still coming out of pocket. Sometimes I'm still going to pay my guys something.
He still pay us, even though sometimes he bends over backwards for all of us. Me, most times I'm like, well, shoot, are they feeding us?
Yeah. We've been to some good corporate parties though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Those are the best.
They got the good food,
I do
man.
like corporate parties, so if you got one you got coming up, call me up.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So what's on your playlist right now? When you go jogging or the gym in your vehicle, and this is for each of you. What's your top 3 songs on your playlist?
I like the old stuff, bro.
Merle Haggard,
No.
Conway Twitty, not that old.
I like that, but when I say I like
Maybe some Garth.
I'm more of a Motown guy, bro.
Motown, okay.
Rock, Southern rock type stuff. You know what I mean? 38 Special type stuff. The Temptations. What's his name? Frankie Avalon. You know what I mean? I just dig the way they were so clean. The vocals were so pretty, so clean. There was nothing distorted. There was nobody screaming.
And it was all original stuff.
It
man.
was beautiful.
The
freaking
stuff today,
music, man.
I don't think is original. It's kind of
they can't even fucking sing.
Right. It's a copycat version.
No, they can't sing, bro.
Like country today.
The stuff on the radio, they can't sing, and it's on the freaking radio. They cannot. You cannot sing. Okay. Yes, you got a #1 hit song. That don't mean shit. So did and I ran so far
That's a flock of
away.
seagulls right there.
I couldn't get away. Anyway, that's actually a pretty decent song. But anyway, there's people that can't sing. They're on the radio being blown up right now, bro.
Or they're taking it's like another rendition. What's Tracy Chapman? What's that one?
A Fast Car.
Yes.
He didn't change a single detail in that song.
No. It's identical.
Yeah, didn't change a single. It sounds just like her still singing it.
Yeah.
What the hell? Believe it or not.
Yeah.
You know, she has still yet to come up publicly and say any kind of positive remarks towards the song. Only thing she said positive was, thanks for getting my song back in the limelight. But I don't think she appreciated the fact that a white country artist blew up on her song. Does that make sense?
I don't like the song, man. It's exactly the same song.
Yeah.
It's kind of a ripoff.
I prefer her song, to tell you the truth. It's a badass song. I'm sorry, man. Anyone could have sang it and probably have a hit with it. But you would think that someone would add some of their own flavor to it, you know? But no, they didn't, man.
You like these new guys like Jelly Roll and...
Oh, man. Here we go.
Oh, my God.
Here we go.
Okay.
No. I'll tell you about Jelly Roll. Let me tell you, Jelly Roll, if you're listening, if you see this podcast.
Straight up, if you're listening, my boy.
I think you're kicking ass for what you're doing. I think you're kicking ass. I can't take that away from you. I don't like that you're on country stations, and if you look me in the eye and you really swear to God that you think you're country, then you're so full of shit, it's pathetic.
It's pop.
Now, if you'll look at me in the eye and say, Michael, I know damn well I'm not country, but I'm just thankful that they're playing me on the country. Okay, now we can respect each other. But don't look at me and say, man, it is country. Somebody save me. That's not freaking country. How does that sound like country to you?
No, it's like some kind of pop or something.
Yeah, some kind of, I don't know what it is. It's
like
not
a
a bad
hybrid.
song. It's a good message. I like the song. Let me say it again. I do like the song, but it's not country. Some great country artists out there, and let's say it's not me. I suck. Whatever. Let's get over that. I'm not talking about me. There's some badass country artists out there that just lost their spot because of Jelly Roll's song.
Where would you place Jelly Roll's song then? Like what genre would you place that song?
Yeah,
He's just pop, daughtry type stuff.
pop.
You know what I mean?
Pop. Okay.
You know what I mean? What's that other guy, the gay guy that sings for Queen?
Freddie Mercury.
The new guy. No, the new guy.
I didn't even know Queen was still around.
Yeah, they got
no
a new
idea.
guy.
I know Journey has a new guy. He's almost like a karaoke guy.
Yeah.
Steve Perry will never be replaced.
There's some tell you some crazy stuff. You brought up Jelly Roll, okay? You messed up. Okay, I know a friend of mine who used to sell CDs for Jelly Roll's group. I don't know how I never see. Anyway, there was this bunch of buses, right? That's my freaking. I gotta remember to pick up my daughter tonight. Okay, there was these buses used to go around and sell hip hop CDs, and they would hire J Rock, Johnny, and Joey to go sell these CDs on commission. You got to sell these CDs, and they had quotas. You had quotas. If you want to earn your quota, so you can have your own hotel room and actually eat that night, you better sell 50 CDs today. It was really hardcore, right? Jelly Roll was part of that. A little scam they had going on, right? You can look it up. It's all real. It's legit. It's out there. Jelly Roll was part of that whole scam. They were literally treating people like indentured servants, forcing them to sell these CDs or they wouldn't eat, forcing them to sell these CDs or they sleep outside in the cold and they wouldn't get a hotel room, and they wouldn't get paid for their way to get home because they would take them from here all the way over there, Midwestern area, and you're hundreds of miles away from home, no money. How you gonna get home? You can't get home, right? Because you got no money. People died working for these guys. And no one talks about that. Why is nobody talking about that? You know what I mean? But yet, they made Jelly Roll this perfect, holier-than-thou person, right? He's a freaking heroin addict from what I was told. Well, I think he's admitted that. Maybe he's not doing it anymore. But what I don't get is, here's what I don't get. Okay, between us and the world, how come somebody who's always done the right thing, stayed away from drugs, no heavy drinking where it caused any issues, or didn't drink at all, loved their wife, loved their children, went to work every day, and they're nobody. But as soon as some guy comes around, I'm an ex-heroin addict, ex-convict, I killed 2 people.
Boom,
Why are so many of those people famous? That's what I want to know.
I guess it's the comeback, the struggle, and now your
redemption
success.
So
I guess it's a storyline,
it's teaching
right?
our kids that you can fuck up as much as you want. Don't worry about it, dear. No, I don't think you should teach your kids
You
that.
can still be redeemed.
Yeah, I don't think you should teach your kids that. I don't think that should be a role model. I think the role model should be someone who's kept their freaking shit straight.
I think that's in everything though.
Yeah, but it makes me sick. Because how do I fight that?
It's
How do I fight my
marketable
daughter?
in many
What
areas.
if my daughter wants to try crack? Let's just say that. I'm just hypothetically speaking.
Absolutely. Go
How do I start? Well, Jelly Roll did it, and look at him. He's the most famous person in the world. Yeah. How in the fuck do I fight
that example really it expressed the example to
So
be
anyway,
perverted,
it's not directly towards Jelly Roll because I don't know Jelly Roll. I don't have no personal issue with him. I have a personal issue against the world making those kind of people famous because I can't keep things in line at home.
Because you got all these influences.
Yes.
And then the media makes these stories with these storylines, how you can still be successful by fucking up.
Fucking up.
I mean, you can, truly,
Yeah.
but they are promoting it like
Yeah.
it's a great thing.
Like that's the path.
Right.
They're saying that's the path.
Right.
They're making it seem as if that's the path you should follow. And that's where the problem is, bro. That's where the problem is. I don't want my kids hooked on drugs. Who wants their kids hooked on drugs?
Nobody.
No.
So why are we making these people famous?
Yep. That's tough. It can go many different ways.
Yeah.
But I hear you. I'm for sure on it.
But you know, anyway,
What musical instruments do you play, man? I know you play the guitar.
pretty much all of them.
Play the piano, the banjo, the ukulele, the harmonica. You play everything.
Pretty much all of them. Brass. I played dorky ass freaking trombones. Played trumpets. I played flugelhorns, mellow horns.
J-Rock can play the hell out of a triangle, man. I think.
Oh yeah. No, cowbell. I can play a hell of a cowbell, bro. Yeah, cowbell.
Oh, that washboard thing. Have you seen that? You got
The
that
spoons,
washboard.
Vato, the spoons.
Oh yeah.
That's old school, man.
So how did you get into music, Michael? And
Oh man,
and Joey?
that's a funny story. In 5th grade, right? My best friend at the time was Rene Ponce, right? He said, "Man, you got to join band, man. You got to join band. All the pretty girls are there, right? Because you know you're boy crazy in 5th grade, or at least I was. Girl crazy, excuse me. Shit, man, I thought it was that kind of show again.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's the After Dark show.
He said, man, all the pretty girls are in there. You know, he's naming off these names. Oh yeah, I like that. So I joined band just so I can go hang out with the girls because all the pretty girls were in. I didn't want to play no freaking instrument, right? So then Mr. Hearn, that was our band director, hands me this big old thing with a slide thing on it. We're gonna put you on this thing. What the hell is it? Wah, 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 wah. So anyway, we're gonna take you. We're gonna show you a few things, and then next Monday we're gonna come in and we're all gonna play for chairs, right? You know, you have first chair, second chair, third chair, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't practice. I didn't want to play the stupid thing, but I've always had a really good memory. Back in the day, I had almost like photographic memory. I don't remember what we were supposed to play, and lucky enough, I was the last person to have to try out. So I just kept listening to that guy, listening to that guy, listening to that guy, listening to that guy, watching what they were doing. By the time it came to me, I already saw all the tips and techniques, all the faults and all the freaking, and I played it almost perfect, and I got first chair. Didn't even know what the hell I just played. I just copied all these people, right? And then from then on, I was first chair trombonist, brass instrument, for the entire duration of my high school career as a musician. I never lost it. I never had to practice. He used to piss off my band director. You need to go in and practice. Why I got to practice? Look, it's about to do. It was simple. I always had an ear to hear. If I hear it, I can sing it. If I hear it, I can play it. And it was back then I realized I was pretty decent at figuring out pitch control and tone control. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. And that's how I play. I've been playing my whole life. You know, of course, I was playing those dorky ass instruments back in the day. And then when I was 16, my buddy introduced me to guitar, rock guitar. And holy shit, you know, that little distortion, a little reverb, a little chorus. Holy shit, I'm gonna be the next freaking Yngwie Malmsteen, Eddie Van Halen, man.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's where I came from. And then I went in the Air Force. I didn't become a musician full time. And then I went in the corporate world. And then I lost my ability to stay in the corporate world because my brain started doing funny things and my memory really went to shit. And then I became a musician, literally. And I've been a musician since 2008.
The rest is history.
That's all I do now, literally. That's all I do. I can't do anything else. Hey, you know, I do got to go take a leak.
Oh, Joey, well, you're telling us how you got into.
There you go, Joey.
How'd you get into the musician?
Well, like I said, my grandmother was in love with the most famous man, Mr. Flock Jimenez, at one point in time. And, well, like I said, she'd have me do all these flyers and whatnot, you know, passing them out for my grandfather, even though he didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
And me personally, like, I actually got to meet a lot of people growing up, you know, like Jennifer Peña. Yeah, I remember her when she was, you know, they say she's from Corpus Christi. She actually from San Antonio, man. And yeah, she was doing these talent shows, and you know, back then they used to have the Paragon Cable talent shows, you know, where all these kids and all these people used to show up and you know do their thing. Well, that's how I got to meet her, you know. So, but like I said, growing up, I got to be around other musicians because I lived right by Rosedale Park.
Oh hell yeah!
So
A lot of concerts there, man.
yeah, and my grandmother.
Selena played there, didn't she?
Yes, most definitely. And my grandmother, like I said, she grew up in that neighborhood. And, well, she pretty much knew everybody who worked there or, who, you know, people that get in. And we always got in for free. You know, me and my brothers got in for free. But I didn't take into, you know, conjunto, tejano, none of that stuff until later on in life. You know, where I started actually learning, you know, because like today, in San Antonio, a lot of guys, I mean, a lot of people, you know, like the Latino world don't even speak Spanish anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then me, I had to learn how to speak Spanish on my own self, and I learned by, you know, I started listening to my grandpa's records. I started listening to a lot of radio play, and I started, you know, writing a lot of stuff down and, you know, picking up my own vocabulary.
Oh, yeah.
So when it came to the music, and after actually understanding who my grandfather was, and I wanted to see where I was at.
Yeah.
And I actually started picking it up on with Michael a lot more. And I would say it's in my blood, man.
That's what's
it
up.
runs deep.
Oh, yeah.
But I do got to say something about the accordion, though, man. That accordion has been the lead way for a lot of music, you know, in today's world. You know, but a lot of people don't give respect to my great-great-grandfather, you know, who brought it from Germany and actually gave people the opportunity to play it, like Ramon Ayala and all these other guys that actually play the accordion. They call themselves the Reyes of the accordion. I don't think so. Give the respect where it's due, man.
That's what's up, man.
You know, so, but like I said, I picked up, my thing is I play the harmonica. I love the harmonica, and I'm getting into the accordion. You know, I'm picking up other instruments, but I do a lot of backup vocals. You know, harmonizing with Michael's vocals, and we pretty much I match them. You know, we do a lot of good songs, man.
That's good, man.
So that's where I come in with the music.
I could play a hell of an air
guitar.
Air guitar.
accordion?
Johnny's better at the air guitar. I'm the air accordion, bro. Now, growing up listening to the Honorees, my daddy used to always joke with it, and he got me some toy ones. I'd play with it, but it's never stick. But now I respect the shit out of it.
The little Mexican
whoever
ones?
can play that, man. Yeah. And I think my dad just really wanted one of us to play because we were in band and stuff, but we never got
It ain't too late.
deep into it. So, definitely not gonna do it.
And me, I am getting into it
wouldn't be
deep,
able to
man.
do it,
When it
man.
comes to the accordion, I am getting into it deep.
That's good, man. It's a
You
great,
know, and,
it's a great thing to be able to play.
I'm
too.
hoping to, you know, come out here in the next couple of years with some stuff of my own, you know.
There you go, man. We'll
But
get there,
right now,
brother.
man, I'm on the, how do you say, the Michael train.
There you go.
And we're going to be doing this for the rest of our life, actually.
We're working on his album. It's the Gay Accordion of Texas. And he'll be the first gay accordion player ever to be played on radio. Do you know that?
Yeah, man, whatever.
Hey, but you know what? Being gay today, you're almost like a hero.
You should see
You're
how
a
she
hero,
looks.
bro.
You're the first one to do this.
We got another jelly roll.
I mean, if President Obama can be
hero.
gay, everyone can be gay.
Oh, shit!
man,
Damn! All right, here we go.
I mean, his husband is gorgeous, Michael. I mean, Michelle.
Yeah.
Hey,
man.
Mr. Cat Williams, thank you for coming out. No, hey, but sincerely, we're about to wrap this show up anyway.
All good.
But we appreciate you guys, man.
Most
Your
definitely.
genuine approach, the way you connect with people, the way you make an impact in the lives of others through music, through charity, and just you're game changers in the sense that you do things that a lot of other artists don't do. Like the story you told about, hey, I didn't perform to my maximum potential, so this one's on the house today.
Yeah.
Those kind of things, it's unprecedented. A lot of artists won't do that. A lot of business owners, because you guys are business owners, they just don't do that. So my hat goes off to you guys. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
We expect to have you guys on more often.
Yeah,
Whenever you're out in New Braunfels, we'll make sure we try to coordinate it where you come on the show.
Yeah.
Whether
Next time I'll have some liquor and then we'll really get crazy.
Hell yeah. Whether it be a live show or whether it be a recording, man.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you on. So,
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having
Yeah,
us.
we
No
really
problem.
appreciate it,
Hey,
man.
shout
Thank
out
you.
to Liz Jordan, my buddy Jordan. He actually tagged and my Budweiser is an angel. So whoever's watching this, it's in the comments. Go check out the song.
Who tagged Jelly Roll?
hey, we will tag Jelly Roll.
Yeah, we'll tag him in. We'll see how that
We'll
goes.
tag everybody we talked about.
Tag them all.
Yeah.
They already hate
man.
me anyway. Who cares?
Including Steve Harvey and
Steve Harvey.
D.L. Hughley or whoever else.
All
man.
the
P.
people Cat
Diddley.
Williams.
P. Diddley.
P. Diddley.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Now, I would ask you if anybody's stealing your music, but I'm going to get into that today. That's for another podcast. But like I said, out of my heart, on behalf of J Rock and the Soul Plug podcast, we appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you guys.
So
God
where
bless
else can
you.
we find you, man? Besides here today with us?
Jail sometimes. No, I
Sharing
mean
his honey
right
bun.
now I'm just kind of taking it easy. He's setting up some
Right.
corporate events for us for the year. We're gonna do mostly corporate events this year, mainly because being out till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning interrupts my beauty sleep.
It wears on you.
Yeah.
What about social media? You guys on any kind of platforms?
Yeah, if you go to listentomichael.com, it'll send you to the platforms. That's the best. That's the easiest way to find us. Just listentomichael.com.
Listentomichael.com.
Yeah.
All right. And you guys are on Spotify. You guys are on Apple Music.
Yeah, Apple,
like
Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Grindr.com.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
All right.
Yeah, you see Joey on that one, man. Little pink tutu.
Little tutu.
Oh, my.
I'm the #1 fan.
Well, guys, hey, thank you guys for chiming in. From Jordan to Izzy Davila, he's also on the Kick Rocks podcast. Yeah, big shout out to him.
Shout out Izzy.
And everybody else who's come out on here. We appreciate you. We appreciate the love, support that you've been showing us. We don't make these podcasts for nothing. We make them for you guys to entertain, to influence, to motivate you, inspire you, and you guys do the same for us. So we appreciate that. Love is a two-way street, man.
Yeah, I gotta give a shout out to Wichita Reds, man. Again,
Wichita Reds.
Yeah,
Brian
shout
Murphy.
out to my family and everybody out there.
Yeah. So you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on all social media. You can find us on socialplugmedia.net for some of our content and some of the things that we do. J-Rock, appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Today's show sponsor again is Top Flight Realty Group. Find them at topflightrealtygroup.com. Michael Anthony, Joey Jimenez, it's been an honor and a pleasure to hang out with you guys today. So with that said, you are unplugged from the Social Plug Podcast, and we'll see you next time.
All right.